everyone, this is Jen Nieto from the Pixie Post, and I'm back with the Moon Watch series. We are going to dive into what the universe has in store for us for December 12th, the full moon in Gemini. And ironically enough, I'm a Gemini. So I'm kind of excited about this for some reason. So give a shout out if you're a Gemini. Even if you're not, let me know what sign you are. I'd be curious to see which zodiac signs we all are. So anyway, I'm going to be using my normal Moonology Oracle card deck by Yasmin, Boland. And I just love this deck. And there are a couple of decks I am looking at. I know I keep saying I'm going to get them, and every time I think I'm going to, then it never pans out. But coming into the New Year's, it's going to be some changes, as usual, on this channel. And I'm going to be bringing in a couple of new decks. So I'm really excited about that. Also, before we start on the reading, there are a few fun facts about this full moon. It's supposed to be seen at its peak on December 12th at 12:12 a.m. I thought that is so cool. You really can't make this stuff up. So it's going to be really interesting. So if you're able to see it at that time, definitely go for it. Now, again, I'll be really honest with you. I'm assuming that means Eastern Standard Time, but I don't know. I didn't get to read up on the specifics of it, but I saw that, and I thought that was really cool. Also, this moon is nicknamed the Long Night Moon. And it really makes sense because we're approaching the winter solstice on the 21st, where the day is going to be the shortest. And I am telling you right now, I cannot wait for some sunshine. I know we got a little bit of a ways to go, but you can tell I'm not really a winter person. No. So hopefully that'll go quick. But other than that, it's going to be a very powerful moon, bringing a lot of new things, getting rid of the old. A lot of the full moons and new moons even are all about that, but this one in particular, since it's our last one of the year, it's going to be super powerful. So as we get into it, I'm going to shuffle the cards. I do want to let you guys know we're having a lot of rain right now. We're having a winter storm coming through. Joy. And I think it sounds quiet now, but we had all these kids out there playing and screaming. I mean, I thought one kid was hurt, so I had to look out, and he was fine. He was just screaming like crazy. So if you hear any of that, that's what it is. So I like kids and everything a lot, but I was like, oh my God. Like, you're going to wake everybody up with that. So, oh well. Okay. All right, so here we go. I'm going to do the 3-card draw as usual. So we'll see what they have in store for us. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Okay, come on. Trying to make me work for it. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. This is perfect. Okay. Okay, I'm feeling it. Okay. They're like, get a move on. Okay, the first card is... Okay, see if I can get it to focus. Have faith in your dreams. Waxing crescent moon. Now, this is pretty self-explanatory, and if you've been following any of my daily card readings, you have noticed this has been kind of a theme to a lot of them lately. Have faith in your dreams. A lot of us are used to sitting on the sidelines, dreaming of what we want to accomplish in our lives, what maybe our life mission is. Just normal little things that we want to do that would be so fun to do, but for some reason we stay back and we don't do them, or all we do is dream and we don't take action. So again, the universe is stressing to all of us that to go forward and pursue our dreams, have faith. Faith is a very important thing. Even if you only have a tiny bit of it, as long as you have one little aspect of it, you can make your dreams come true. It also means looking within and having faith in yourself. Because if you don't have faith in yourself, or you don't look upon yourself in a positive light, the outside reality is going to reflect a lot of resistance, as you maybe try to go forward with your dreams, but you don't have the right mentality or heart space. Obstacles will keep coming up. Not that they wouldn't anyway, but they'll be harder to get over. They're harder to get through. So just remember to look within yourself. If you feel frustrated that things aren't going your way, take a look at it from observer mode. Look at it where you can ask yourself, okay, what am I supposed to learn from this? Why is this happening? Is the same pattern? If it's the same pattern, there's obviously a lesson the universe wants you to learn. And once you process that and get through that, then you'll be the next step closer to your dreams. Also, and we hear this all the time, I'm feeling this right now, do not give up. Your dreams are within reach, whether you physically can grasp them, whether you can physically see it or not. They are within your reach. A lot of us quit something that we really want to go for because we don't see the actual physical results in our 3D reality right before the magic's about to happen. And it's a really sad thing when I hear that, because there's so many people that have so much potential and they just give up on themselves. And I've been there myself. I mean, I'm going to be totally transparent. There have been times I would be frustrated with my videos or frustrated with my readings and be like, you know what, I don't know if I should cut out for this. But then I was able to finally step back and look at it from a different aspect and different perspective and realize what I needed to work on. And once I started moving forward, momentum started picking up, where the obstacles were easier to get through. I was more in a flow, and resistance was very minimal. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You are going to hit obstacles. You are going to go through things. But it's all in the mentality that you go through it with. That'll actually determine your results. So have faith. Always have faith, even when it seems bleak, because you're one step closer to your dream. So, okay, the second one is, this is a really pretty one too. The energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon. So yeah, actually that coincides with this card, because as I said a minute ago, when you start going by, basically, the energy will pick up speed, whether it's bad or good. Now, all of us think of what we want to manifest or what we want to achieve and what we want to bring to us. And there's a lot of positive manifestations you can do. Just like I was saying with this card, have faith in your dreams. When you go at it with the right mentality, you can make wonderful things happen. But there's a flip side. It's like yin and yang. There's always light and dark, good and bad. I mean, there's always a balance. The energy can be also manifested in a negative way. So if you're, let's just say you're going to your job or going into your business with a really negative attitude, it's like, oh, I don't want to be here and this sucks. And you may remember me saying this. And you just go at it like, oh, I can't do this. And, oh, you know what, this will probably happen. And then I'll be out of work. And then, everything will go to hell. I can't think of any specific example, but you know what I'm saying. And the more you start thinking things like that, or you start actually doubt yourself, or you actually start putting yourself down, that will also pick up speed as well. And then you'll start attracting more negative things. And it kind of puts me in awe sometimes how some people are like, oh, well, why are all these bad things happening to me? And of course I get into that too sometimes. I have to watch myself. But people can't understand why all this bad stuff is happening to them. Well, it's because double check your mentality. Are you going at it with a negative mindset? Are you telling yourself a story that you think you can only be in? If you feel you're a certain way and you don't change that perspective, that's the energy you're always going to attract. So it's never going to change until you change your perspective. Okay, now I'm finally getting it. I wasn't able to say it. How I always say is change your story, change your life. And that's so true because when we tell ourselves something, that is the timeline where we go on. That is what we attract. When we change it, whether we just tweak it with one little thing, instead of going left, we'll go right. Everything can change and you can attract a lot more positive things in your life. So just remember when you start going, oh no, what's going on? Why does this keep happening to me? Just kind of remind yourself of that. Even meditate on that if you need to, because I know that helps me. And get realigned with yourself and know that that energy will be gaining momentum. So just shift it and then you'll see more positive results. Okay. I'm sorry if I'm a little tongue-tied. I've only had 4 hours sleep, so I'm kind of right now. So, all right. And the last card is a really nice one as well. It's bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. Now, this is basically the universe letting us know that we are all connected. When we approach someone with judgment or lack of care, because we're so wrapped up in ourselves, and unfortunately that's human. We all have our own lives to live, but we're too quick to judge others. We're too quick to accept everything at face value and not put ourselves in their shoes. It's not excusing any bad behavior. It's not excusing any misgivings. However, when we put ourselves into someone else's shoes, we look at things a lot differently. We all have a story. Whether we're changing that story or not, we still have a story. We have our own life path that we chose to go on. And we don't always know someone else's full story. We may see something and judge them and go, oh, they're really weird, or they're really spiteful, or it could be someone, oh, they're really happy. They must be happy all the time. I used to get that. Just all different types of situations that can come up in. And that's just to give an example as always. But it's basically opening your heart and always coming from a perspective of love. And it's not always easy because we always are fighting the ego. But there's a way to integrate that. I've heard others out there say, oh, you need to kill the ego and get rid of the ego and, not even listen to it. And again, as I've said in past readings, I kind of cringe at that. I don't think you should be ruled by your mind. It should be coming from a heart space, from love. However, to a certain extent, we need our ego. But I'm more for integrating the two. Yes, always be mindful, always be protective of yourself in a healthy way. But when you come across someone who needs help, who is just having a tough time in their lives, like we all do, help them. Give them a kind word. Give them a smile. Look at it through love, through the way you want to be treated. It actually kind of goes down, comes back to the golden rule. I'm sorry, I can't talk today. It's really interesting, and the more good energy we put out there, the more that comes back to us, as long as we do it without an agenda, of course. And the more we help one another, the more understanding we have for one another, whether we agree with it or not, the better off this world would be. There's a lot of chaos out there. There's been continuing chaos, and it's it's disheartening sometimes. And I've had several people in my life seen only the bad things in life. They'll look at all the negative stuff. And yes, unfortunately, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Yeah, there's a lot of bad stuff out there. But there's so much good out there. It just sometimes we have to look a little harder. And when we open our hearts and become an example of what love is and what good humanity has, as well as spiritually, that's when good things happen. That's when we grow that love and we grow those connections. And as a collective, it'll help us become more aware and more awake and more understanding as to what this whole life is about. And we all chose to be here. We all chose the path, the life path that we were going to go on, whether we remember it or not, because we come down here and we have amnesia to that point. But so we're going through it, but we all have something we're struggling with. We all have something we need help with, and we all have something we need to work on. Let's have understanding for one another. The universe really, really is stressing that, especially as we go into the new year. Because the new year will be all about love and all about lifting each other up instead of tearing each other down. That's the bottom line on that. I know some of the readers out there would understand this. Sometimes when the energy is coming through and you're trying to put it in human terms, it's really, really difficult. You can feel it, you know what it is, but it's really hard to put it into words. But the energy is there, and hopefully you're feeling a percentage of that energy. So this whole reading is beautiful. It's basically have faith in yourself. Have faith that there is good, that good things are coming. Come from the heart space, the perspective of love, and think of things in a more positive light. Care about yourself more in a selfless way. So that way you can be there for others. You can help others. You can be of service to people. And once we start doing that, that's when the momentum picks up. So, all right. Well, that's the reading for today. I hope you guys resonated with it. Again, pardon me for stumbling all over myself. It's been a little while. And I'll have another video coming out in about probably a couple of days. It'll be the bi-weekly oracle card reading. So there'll be more information about that in that video. And anyway, I really appreciate you guys watching. Please click like and subscribe. Let me know how you're doing. Feel free to leave a comment. Let me know where you're at and what your hopes are for the new year. I would love to hear it. And regardless of where you are, remember, to know thyself is to know the truth. Namaste. And this is perfect. If you don't mind, Timmy. Timmy! Hey! He's not supposed to be on the counter. Hey! No! I'm brain dead. I'm so brain dead right now. God.